Hello, welcome. Thank you so much for being here with us today. We are so excited to bring solutions to people. Angie and I are both nurses. We met a few months ago at convention and we decided that we wanted to join forces and help people to take their power back and heal themselves and create a space where we could educate people on how to truly regain their health. As nurses, Angie and I both have seen a lot of a lot of dis-ease, a lot of sadness, a lot of trauma, a lot of pain, a lot of suffering. And we really want to alleviate that suffering. And that's the mission of this company that we've joined with. It's called Purium. And we both have had amazing healing stories of our own, transformation stories of our own. And now, because we know that it works, because we've used it on ourselves, we share it with others. And every week we come and do this webinar where we have a guest on and they share their transformation story to hopefully inspire people to realize that we don't have to be slaves to the medical system. We don't have to take prescription medications and be doing what everyone else is doing as far as diet. We can do things differently and we can take our power back and really have self-sovereignty and be really truly healthy. So Angie, do you have anything you want to add before we introduce Eric?
Yeah, definitely. Hey, everybody, welcome so much. I'm so glad that you're here. And we're both nurses and we both have, been in the grind and saw a lot of disease. And it's once I found out about detox and health and that we have to give our body really good nutrients and then detox out, the bad to help heal our gut so we can regenerate our health. And once I learned that, we don't learn that in nursing, right? We learn to treat the disease, give medicine, and, hopefully extend your life through medicine. But once it clicked in my head and I'm like, oh my gosh, we can actually get rid of those medicines. We can actually regenerate our health. You can get off of blood pressure. You can, whether you got an autoimmune disease, you don't have to settle for that. You can change that and make a difference. And so many of our testimonies share that with us over these webinars because they have transformed their lives. They've gotten off of medicine. For myself, we always encourage you to do a before and after picture. And when I looked at my before and I looked at my after, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm 60 years old now. I feel so good. I'm out jogging every other day and I feel awesome. I had an accident where I broke my arm in 3 places and that healed so quickly. And that's because of the nutrients that I'm giving my body. I really believe that it really healed me really quickly. Even the doctor's like, wow, like you've healed. Now my husband had a traumatized accident also. And I'm just watching him, like he's got multiple fractures and he's like getting up and moving and in therapy right now, actually. And it's because of the nutrients that we give our body. And when you do that, you heal quicker and it's amazing. And I want to share one other thing is going to the grocery store. I was at the grocery store the other day and I'm like grabbing fruit and our salads and trying to get organic and stuff. And I look inside of people's grocery stores and it really like breaks my heart because I'm thinking, oh my gosh, you're going to end up with a lot of that disease because of what's in your cart, right? Whether it's chips and sugar and all this stuff, you got to change some of that. But what we're going to share with you today, you can start adding superfood nutrients into your body and then you're not going to really crave that anymore. So we're going to share the ultimate lifestyle transformation with you, our 90-day protocol. And someone just reached out to me yesterday and she's like, I feel so much better. I just lost 10 pounds and I want to share. My sister wants to do this ultimate lifestyle transformation. So once we do that, we just, start sharing, right? And that's our guest is Eric Misch today. We're so excited to have him here today because he just shared, stories with people. And that's what it's about. It's about sharing stories. And he has touched over 90,000 people's health. And when I heard how many people he has touched, it just, it's so awesome because there's so many people out there. We become, I've heard this term, hope dealer. We become hope dealers. We're giving people hope, right, for their health, to transform their health. And that's what we do here. So anyways, thank you. And
Well, thank you so much, Angie, for the introduction. And I got to say that as nurses, the approach that you and Jen are taking to help people, a proactive approach, is really refreshing because we don't see that in the medical field as much as we should. So thank you so much for your service in that area. I know you both have inspired a lot of people and continue to do so, including me. So thank you for that. So my journey started 12 years ago. I wanted to shed a little light on my transformation story, but also on the power of this opportunity, if it's okay. Because as you stated, through this opportunity, I've been able to mainly indirectly impact thousands of people. I'm gonna say indirectly because some of it has been through my own efforts and most of it has been through the efforts of others. So it's been in an indirect way, but all as a result of a decision or some decisions that I made over a decade ago. So it started when I was working a very demanding corporate job. And for those who might be watching this or listening to this this webinar and might be in what I call the corporate grind, you may be able to relate to how mentally, emotionally, and even physically taxing it is to be in a high demanding corporate job. And so companies are expecting more and more. In fact, 77% of the workforce today reports feeling burnt out in their current position, whatever they're doing for work. That has a tremendous effect on people mentally, emotionally, and physically. In fact, workplace stress is listed as one of the top 3 reasons that people experience health problems. And I saw that personally. I saw colleagues that were relatively young and yet experiencing the effects of burnout and stress. And I saw their health decline. I saw some of them experience acute illness. They experienced issues in their relationships, which led to more stress. And just reacting, responding to the demands that were placed on them, which gets more and more and more, it seems like. So a lot of people can relate and identify with this feeling. And as we all know, when we are stressed out, things suffer. We exercise less. We tend to eat. Usually we eat worse. Either we don't take in enough nutrition or we overeat when we're stressed. And so I certainly was experiencing a lot of those things. One of the things that tends to go is the immune system. We become more susceptible to disease, whether it's a major illness or it's even something like the common cold. Either way, it's either inconvenient or a lot worse. And it certainly can cost us on a personal level thousands and thousands of dollars, a lot of time and aggravation, doctor's visits, medications, hospital stays, even time out of work. The list goes on and on and on. For me, it was getting very sick in 2006. I'd gotten the swine flu, and it affected me for well over a year. I was experiencing long haul symptoms. My gut health got completely wrecked because I was on multiple rounds of antibiotics. And I was feeling fatigue, brain fog, and it affected my pocketbook. I don't think this is talked enough about how financially illness affects people. If you look at my W-2s from like 2000 through 2014, you see a blip in the historical map, and it was exactly the year I got sick. My W-2 just dropped drastically. because I wasn't as productive. I was in a production role for the company I worked for, and my productivity and thus my income was based on my how I felt, my energy levels, and that just dropped. I had to miss a lot of work. Even when I was working, I wasn't feeling myself, and I was mentally, I just wasn't there. So it affected me in a lot of different ways. Of course, that adds to the stress, right? And so I just knew something had to be done. And so I started researching, because I really did want to put my health first at this time. And I found superfoods. I kind of stumbled into the benefits of superfoods, and I realized that I wasn't, even though I was taking in calories, I wasn't taking in a lot of nutrients on a daily basis. And right around this time, I ended up meeting someone that would share something with me that would change my life. And it was none other than a gift card towards our superfood products. Of course, we have this amazing gift card system that introduces people into the lifestyle and in fact, our ultimate lifestyle transformation. And so I was really impressed. So I decided to embark on a 30-day transformation, just to give it 30 days, cut out all the processed foods and the junk, and just consume superfoods on a daily basis, multiple times a day, which for me was a complete change of way of life. The results were nothing short of amazing. I wasn't even trying to get leaner, but in the process, I ended up just getting shredded just because I was, consuming nutrient dense calories. I ended up putting on muscle. I just felt my whole look changed. 3 inches off my waist. My brain fog was lifted. I could finally concentrate again. I started solving problems at work that I couldn't figure out for months. And the answers just came to me. I was like, felt like that movie, taking the little pills that make him like his brain operate at 100%. I felt like that. And the answer was so simple. It was nothing more than consuming nutrient dense foods. So people started noticing the difference in me, coworkers, friends, family, and started asking me, what are you doing? What is this thing that you're doing? And I started posting about it too, because I was excited. And so I started getting a few people that wanted to join me. And I was shocked at how many people responded favorably. Not everyone, of course, but quite a few people said they wanted to do something similar. And so I decided to put together a little group transformation, just get a few people together. And that spawned even more group transformations. And within a few months, I realized that either directly or indirectly, I had inspired a few hundred people. And that was really powerful. And as a result, I realized that there's this incredible business model attached to this. And I said, wouldn't it be amazing if I could create a plan B that involved helping others, inspiring them to achieve the results I did, and creating another income stream, which who knows, eventually may be a parachute plan and may be able to get me out of this, what I call the rat race. I said, that would be pretty cool. And so, I decided to continue pursuing it. And within a little over a year, I realized that I had created a pretty stable part-time income. And I was just amazed by that, because all I had done was just shared my story with a few people. And it really just blew me away at the response. A couple of years later, I was sitting down with my CPA and going over my taxes. And he said, did you realize that last year, your income from your Purium business equaled your W-2 income from your job? And that was mind blowing, because I thought I was making a really good salary with the corporate benefits and the company car and all the perks. And I just couldn't believe how these weekly and monthly checks were adding up. It wasn't until I totaled everything up that I realized how much it added up to. And then, of course, having a small business, I was able to get some tax benefits and tax write-offs to that. So that was nice too. And so I decided to keep going with it because I said, what would be possible if I just keep pursuing this? And the whole time I'm helping others. I'm continuing to live this healthy lifestyle. I'm helping more people and continuing to live the lifestyle and helping more people and continuing to live the lifestyle. So I almost felt like I was getting paid to live a healthy lifestyle because it goes along with it. So it's really cool. And so about a few years in, 7 or 8 years in, I was able to eventually leave my corporate job of multiple six-figure income and pursue this full time. And it was perfect timing because it was right before the pandemic when everyone was shifting to work at home. And here I had the ultimate work from home business that involved health and wellness and helping others. And I thought, what perfect timing. It's right there waiting for me. Who would have thought we would be in the midst of a global pandemic in the middle of 2020? And so it just really impressed upon me the importance of digging a well before we're thirsty. So many people, and I at one time had this mindset too, as long as things are going okay, there's no need to build anything else, to pursue anything else. And the one interesting thing about life is that it never stays the same. If you're in a great situation, you probably won't be forever. And if you're in a not so great situation, you won't be in one forever either. Life is always changing. And so one of the keys for me to success is always staying ahead of the curve, always being as prepared as I possibly can in various ways. That means taking a proactive approach to my health. It means also taking a proactive approach to my financial health, because too many people are unprepared. 3 out of 4 people are ill prepared for retirement these days. They have zero plan other than hoping that maybe they'll get enough in Social Security to survive when we know that's not possible. And they don't have enough in savings or personal assets to float them through those years. So dig a well before you're thirsty. The best time to build a plan B is when you don't need one, technically. And we all technically do need one because eventually we will. No one could foresee something like a global pandemic coming. No one foresees natural disasters. No one foresees major health issues. We all think, oh, it won't happen to me. It'll happen to someone else, but not me. It won't happen to me. And that's just not true. It can happen to anyone. So why is it important that everyone pursue an opportunity that can pay them a residual income and pay dividends over the course of time? Because you never know when disaster is going to strike in your life. Never know when you're going to have to take care of a loved one, when you may end up physically unable to work or provide for yourself. And that's when a business like this is really helpful. So in conclusion, I continue to live a healthy lifestyle even today. I'm actually sipping on my superfoods right here. It's a daily thing for me. And it's not something I have to think about anymore. It's part of my life. It's not a diet plan. It's just something that I do. And I continue to inspire others to do the same. And they continue to inspire me. So it works both ways. So I thank you for the opportunity to share my story today. And again, I just commend both of you and all of you on this call that are taking your health and this opportunity seriously. Much success to all of you.
Thank you so much, Eric. You are such an inspiration and such an amazing mentor to all of us. So we are so grateful for your story and for you taking your health into your own hands, because maybe none of us would even be here doing this if it wasn't for you making that decision. It's just incredible. And it's such a win-win because yeah, it keeps us accountable, like what you were saying. when we're out in the limelight showing people how to be healthy, we have to embody that. We have to keep doing it ourselves. So we are getting paid to be healthy. It's amazing. So yeah, we just want to share the kit that gets us started. Like, it's a really, really simple plan. Angie, yeah, she's pulling it up right now. So we'll show you how all of us have come into this. It's like a foundation to get started on your healing journey. It's coming up here right now. This is the ultimate lifestyle transformation. And Angie, you want to go ahead and speak on it a little bit?
Yes, definitely. I'll start with the first couple things is the power shake. And as Eric was saying, that when you're in corporate and you have a busy life like he did, and like a lot of us do, you grab stuff that aren't so happy or so healthy. Like we grab quick things that we can throw in the microwave or whatever. So what I love about this power shake is that it's quick, it's easy, and it's like so nutrient dense that your body is just, as he said, it just transforms. So this is the power shake here. And let me make it a little bit bigger. Right here is the power shake. It is equivalent to taking 6 microgreen salads at one time. So we get this amazing blender. We put water in it, and then we put 5.5 scoops of our power shake greens, which has 16 different phytonutrients in it. And then we blend it and it's ready. So it's quick, it's easy, and it gives you so much nutrients. And then you can perform better, whether it's at your job or, you know, or if you're working out or whatever, you perform so much better than when you do get these nutrients. It just floods your body with minerals and nutrients. And then your body starts to heal. It starts to become more alkaline. So when we eat a lot of things that we do eat, a lot of it is acidic. And so that builds up inflammation, it builds up disease, and then it causes us to end up with those autoimmune or, you know, different diseases with the gut issues. So this helps, makes you alkaline, and it helps. So we do 2 a day with a 90-day protocol, and then we eat 1 meal, and you can snack in between. But it really, I find it fills me up, and I really am good and happy when I have my shake. I'm not really hungry. So it's a great meal. You know, the meal itself comes to about $2.50, and it's delicious. I absolutely love it. And the appleberry flavor is really good. And I apologize, my husband's just getting home from his therapy, so my dog might bark. But and then the apothecary is it's a tart cherry that we take at night. It's right here. It's a concentrated cherry, and it is the best antioxidant. So it helps with inflammation. It helps with our circadian rhythm, which means that we get into that deep sleep. And it helps you rest. It helps with the free radical damage, the inflammation, helps with your skin, helps with your healthy joints. And we take 2 tablespoons, which is equivalent to 60 organic cherries, and everything is organic. And when I looked at this, I was so excited that it's all grown in regenerative soil. It's all organic, and it's so nutrient dense. So, and it's like eating 6, equivalent to 6 cups of blueberries also. So you get such a good antioxidant with apothecary. And then you get your fruits and then your vegetables here. So I'll let you continue on, Jenna, with the rest.
Yeah, so next we have the Super Amino 23, which is a really cool way to get your protein in a pre-digested format. So these are formulated and used by doctors for coma patients to help them, or people that are in bed for long periods of time, to help them to prevent muscle wasting, because they are just so easily and readily available for the body. They just go right in and are absorbed straight from the small intestine into the bloodstream, where they're just going to go to work, repairing our tissues, building muscle, burning fat, improving our skin elasticity. all the things, all the benefits you get from eating a protein, but without all the work that it takes for the body to digest a more dense, heavy protein. So a lot of people are into like the carnivore diet or keto or whatever. But there's a lot of nitrogenous waste, which is like basically toxins that build up in the system when we eat a lot of acidic animal products. So, or even tofu, even like anything that we eat, there's a lot of it that gets wasted, and that causes a lot of stress on the body. So when we take these aminos, we're giving our body a little break so that it can get the benefits, but without having to do so much work. So they're made from fermented legumes, and they are extraordinary for building muscle and burning fat. So we take those twice a day along with our power shake. And then we also have our Biomedic, which is an incredible product. I don't know if anyone's heard of glyphosate, but glyphosate is the active ingredient in Roundup, which is a herbicide. It's actually an antibiotic, which is being used to kill the weeds and in commercial farming practices. And the problem with that is that it also kills the good gut microbes in our body, and it is a neurotoxin. So it's causing a lot of problems in our nervous system, to where we'll have increased rate of Alzheimer's, dementia, autism. There's lots of diseases that we're seeing an increase in with the increased use of this chemical. So also with mental health, with cancer, with all sorts of, basically you name it, this chemical is wreaking havoc on our health. So Biomedic is really amazing because it binds to and removes this chemical from our body. So because this chemical is water soluble, we can't really get it out of our environment. It's there, it's locked into our ecosystem. So we need a solution for how to get it out of our body. And this does the trick in that department. So while it's also at the same time feeding the good gut microbes, so it's a prebiotic and a probiotic. So we're healing the leaky gut. We're healing up any little breaks in the gut lining where we might have little holes that have been punctured there. And we're getting these chemicals out. So we're able to better absorb that power shake and any other nutrients that we take in. We can absorb it better because we're using the Biomedic. So that's, we take that. And then we also get our Super Cleanse R, which is a gentle herbal parasite cleanse. So the reality is that we all are exposed to parasites in our environment, and most of us, not all of us, have some parasite infestation in our body. And the idea is to keep a balance. We don't want to have an overgrowth of parasites or bad bacteria. So what we need to do is we need to do routine cleansing. And when we do it with these herbs, it's very gentle. So we don't have a lot of like running to the bathroom or feeling like we can't go out in public or something. It's not like that, but you are going to get the benefits of the detox. So when you do a parasite cleanse, what I noticed personally was increased mental clarity. My mood stabilized. I wouldn't get as irritated or agitated about things. My skin health, my digestion, everything just got better when I was, and also food cravings. Cravings for things are often not our own cravings. It's the parasites that are telling us that we want that when it might not be serving our highest good. So, yeah, detoxing parasites is definitely an amazing add-on bonus to this nutrition kit. Yeah, so all of this comes together. It's about $12 a day. So it's for that that's 2 of your meals being replaced for $12 a day, which like you can't even get one meal out at a restaurant for that much anymore, or even hardly make that at home for $12. So it's a really great value, and it's really a lifestyle transformation. It's life changing.
Yes, it totally is. And I just want to touch on, Eric had said that you never know what's going to happen, right? So I feel like I'm healthy and something happened to me and then my income was gone, right? And then it just happened to my husband, right? So he was painting and he fell off scaffolding and his income, he was just doing it extra, but he gets Social Security, which is nothing. So definitely having a plan B, different side business, is a good idea because you never know, whether, something's going to happen to your loved one or yourself. So it's good to be prepared to have, another income. And, besides your health and your wealth, those are 2 very important things, that you need to be prepared on. And, so I just want to share that too. So thanks, Eric, for coming on today. We appreciate you a lot. And yeah, so let's all get healthier and wealthier, right? So
Yeah, we appreciate you coming. And if you decide that you would like to try these superfoods, just reach out to whoever invited you and they can connect you and get you a coupon code so that you can get it at a discounted price. And you have the business opportunity built in right when you start. So the world is right here, your oyster. It's all right here for you. Let us know if we can be of service. Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
thank you, everybody. Thanks so much. Bye.